What is up, everybody? Matja here from The Lookout speaking. I also have with me Andrea, our Belgian
Hello, guys.
representative in The Lookout. And of course, with me, I also have Wim. He is our very own special guest, and today he will be talking about his current Dark Broly and Paragus deck list, with which he topped one of his local tournaments. Wim, how you feeling?
I'm doing great, thanks. How about yourself?
Doing pretty fine
Yeah,
as well. Thank you for
yeah,
asking.
same
So,
here.
before getting into the entire experience and everything, people, make sure to like the video, subscribe, comment down below if you like the list. But first of all, a short word from our sponsor.
Card Market is Europe's largest platform for all TCGs. Always find the right cards by buying and selling them across Europe with other players and collectors. Be it singles, boosters, booster boxes, or any other accessories, you name it. Card Market is the place to get them safely, securely, and readily available.
And we're back. Without further ado, Wim, can you please tell a couple of words about yourself, since you are actually our very own first guest at the Lookout videos? So,
hmm
yeah, fire, shoot.
Go ahead.
So I'm Wim. I think most of your viewers will know me. I topped the European Championships in Coventry and I topped the Invitational in Brussels. I've been playing the game since set 2 and I always try to play more control decks than aggro decks.
Nice. And
Awesome.
okay, and in the last tournament you played the Dark Broly, you won first place. Of course,
Yeah,
congratulations on that.
thank
Um,
you.
can you just simply say something about the deck itself? Why did you choose this specific leader? Was it maybe just something that you wanted to try out, or were or was this maybe even a meta call on your, of course,
Yep.
local meta game?
Yeah, there's.
Nah, so when I saw the set 11 cards, I thought the mechanic was really interesting that you could play multiple in one turn and then with your leader, when they survive a turn, you can swing with three of them. You can kill them with your leader effect when he attacks, and then you can resummon three more to get like 7 or 8 30k swings in a turn. And the deck is just I designed it to be very grindy. Like almost all of my cards take a +1 when they are summoned or stay on the field. And I just really like the idea of slowly whittling down my opponents or going aggro if I had the choice. Like it can adapt the deck based on what you need really.
So what would you start with? Let's say if you want to tell the viewers why, not only why you chose this deck, but do you want to start with the Dark Broly 6/6 drops, basically the engine of the deck? How does it
Yeah.
work?
So basically, when you have when your leader card is a Dark Broly and you send 6 black battle cards other than the Dark Broly you are trying to summon, you can play it from your drop area. And then when they are played, they gain another effect. The Demon Realm Ravager, when he is played, you send 1 battle card from their drop to their warp, and then they have to choose a card in their hand and send it to their warp.
So it's
It's
-2.
yeah, and it's super strong against Goku Ape, Ribrian,
Yeah.
the Boo from Vegex, the combo pieces from Vegex. The second one, it's the new Masked Saiyan. He's a 30k blocker. He doesn't do anything else other than being very obnoxious for aggro decks on turn 1. And the final one is the SR from the set, the Uncontrollable Berserker. When he is played, you warp a battle card from your opponent's field.
Mm.
So
And
he's,
it's good that you play 4 of each. I think that's basically
yeah, I like consistency, so I run 4 of each of them. And you can also summon them by the 1-drop Broly Savage Rush and play the 7-star on it. Then you can summon them
exactly.
from the deck
And
or
why did you
from
decide
the drop area.
to play the kind of bit more expensive cards like Go SS3 Go Tech Team Gohan and the Protector of the People? Why what do they bring to the deck?
Well, the deck can be pretty weak against early aggro because when he's not awakened, all your Zoas and your Dark Brolys, they are 0/0. They only get combo power when you are on your awakened side. So you need something because you want to awaken on your own terms. You need to fill your drop first. So like against the new Broly or cards that can cheat out the Boonie on turn 2, they don't give you time to fill your drop fast enough. So that's why you play Protector to buy you those extra turns. And the tag team Goans, they are played because you can free summon him whenever a black card is removed from your battle area by a skill. So, say I start turn 1, I summon the Broly Savage Rush, and I play the 7-star ball on it. The Broly gets removed for a skill.
And then
I can free play it. And also defensive, when I'm awakened and they swing at me, I can do the activate Battle of the Awakened Leader, destroy one of my black battle cards from field or hand to gain plus 5k, and then I can also play it because it's destroyed by the leader skill.
Yeah, that's
that's
an
very
interesting combo actually. Right there from the top of the head. My maybe question is so you were actually pretty heavy on the negates. I mean, even for power burst, which is rather
Yeah.
a normal card to have in this deck with a lot of one drops, which can be recyclable. But how did you feel actually about four of the Protector of the People copies? Was it maybe
Yeah.
too much in some instances, or were you always kind of able to play them from turn to
Well,
turn?
I played against the Vegeks and against the Majin Vegeta, where they came in really handy. But like for example, when I play against the new baby leader or against a more control matchup, then I will side them out for other stuff.
Mm.
So,
It's mostly to ensure that I awaken when I want to awaken and they can't rush me.
Mm.
okay, but
What?
interesting. That was actually so. This was actually the choice in the deck itself, which would usually get sided depending on the most matchups. So it seems.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what about the Kitco engine?
The Kitco engine is amazing. Like I said, early aggro hurts me, and
Mm.
also early crits hurt me. So if I open Kitco, I search a ball, and their leader swing is already negated, and I can just take the ball every turn again.
Yeah.
So I'm already mitigating damage every turn from the leader, which in turn allows me to awaken later.
Okay. I've heard some people don't really like the unison to play the unison. You only play two copies. Why is that?
Yeah, and because I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's a nice emergency button. Like, for example, you play your Foo on turn 6 and then you -4 to shuffle
Yeah.
back 8 and then get a new Dark Broly on the field. But he does too little to warrant the spots, really. I only played him once in 3 rounds, and most of the times I also sided him out if I needed something
No,
else.
okay. I
He's
see
very
the
lackluster.
I see the finisher is one of the finishers actually is Mira plus double strike.
Yeah.
That's always it's always nice to see. I guess Fu. How did Fu come in handy, and also the second one in the side.
The second one in the side is against Baby.
Hmm.
You destroy Baby when you food them, they just concede.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But against other matchups, he's also very strong. But the thing is, I can loop the Miras. If you read the Toa Dark Deluge, I can take
Yeah.
back Mira from my graveyard every turn by sacking another 30k.
Oh
So I
yeah.
swing with the Mira, then
Oh,
I
that's
swing with the
crazy.
Dark Broly, use the activate Battle of the Broly, put the Mira in the drop, and then take it back with Toa every
That's
turn.
crazy.
As soon as they don't negate, they have to eat the damage.
No,
There's
no,
no way they
of
are
course,
stopping that. So
Yeah,
of course.
definitely for sure. This is rather an interesting thing you thought of here. But okay, when we mentioned the side deck for a second,
Mhm.
so can you give us a bit more of an insight? What were your actual side choices for
Yeah,
which specific matchups? For example, starting with the unexpected turn.
it's there for agents. When they get greedy, I just destroy their entire board. Actually, warp it and get rid of their Bibidi as well in the process, but it didn't ever come up. The Dark Power must say it's a bit underwhelming, but I like it when I'm on the play against Vijek's game too. Then they can't get their blockers and their 5k pseudo combos on the field at least. But
Exactly.
it's I have a better option already instead of this. Then the Koitsukai, it's against counterplay heavy decks like Baby. They cry when you Koitsukai them. It buys you extra
Hmm.
turns that they
Yeah, they
can't
can play.
negate for you to push damage. Yeah. The Kamehameha is mainly for Gohan, the new one. Sorry, Gotenks,
Ah.
which is
Hmm.
pretty evil. They can start
Yeah, it goes
turn
away.
2 with, yeah, just get rid of it. And the Foo, it's against blue mostly, getting the
Mm.
second copy so I can dig for it faster. And Meki Kabura, it's for the mirror, it's for blue. When I call out a Boony, it's good against Broly. The red one, it's good against Gogeta.
Invoker maybe as well.
Invoker, it's really, really good, especially on the play. And his Activate main is also really good in the deck because it searches you a 7-star ball once per
Mm.
turn.
Yeah, interesting.
Pretty
Okay,
good. Pretty good.
Mhm.
so yeah, what were your matchups? First of all, how many players were there on the tournament?
Uh,
If
there
you
were
if you recall, yes.
14 or 15 because we still have to do the COVID rules. So we're max at 16 anyway.
Yeah.
My first round I played against Blue Baby. I just killed him with food 2 times. When I have a board of 3 Dark Broly's and a food, he's not really surviving that on 2 life. Then the second round it was Vegex.
Hmm.
I beat him by going turn one into the uncontrollable berserker to warp the blocker that he milled, and then just swing
Uh,
on their Vegeta that they overwhelm out to mill 5 more. And from there, they really have a hard time to stabilize the game. Also, they get quite low on hand sometimes early, and then you can
Hmm.
punish with the Demon Realm. My final matchup was against the new green Majin Vegeta, and I just mulliganed for Broly Savage Rush and a ball, so I can play the 30k blocker on turn one, so his leader can't ever double strike me, which
Hmm.
made that matchup a lot easier than it should be. And yeah, he was pretty unlucky with his draws too. Like first game, all of his
Interesting.
parasitic balls were in his life, so he couldn't chain me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then at that point, I was the only undefeated. Normally, there would
No.
be a fourth round, but I was the only one with 3 wins because somebody drew. So it was already quite late as well. So just decided to end it there.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got you got to play best of three. I mean, you have to use the full potential of the deck because if you just
Yeah,
play best of one there, I mean, in best of one you have really easy counters and you can't avoid them in any way.
yeah, indeed. Best of
But,
three or nothing for me.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, happy
Um,
to hear that, and it's really good to hear that this deck built in this way wins the tournament. And also, you as one of the best players in Europe, you really know how to make a grindy deck.
Yeah.
Also work very well. So very
It's
happy for you.
very, very strong. Your hand is always quite big. You control your own options. Like with Vegex, you have to be, I won't say lucky, but it's, yeah, if you mill, and if you don't, you
Mm.
just get screwed. But this controls how it mills. Like the unawakened side, you can take up to 1 life, look at top five, and put up to 30Ks in your grave.
Yeah.
And then with the warping as well, you decide yourself how to sequence it. So if you are a strong mechanical player, this deck is really, really fun because you have a lot of options every turn.
Mm. Do you have any other questions, Benzi?
none other maybe then. Do you have any shout outs or some thank yous uh,
I'll borrow
in
you the
maybe,
card.
yeah, testing, building process or something of the similar? Just name it.
Yeah, shout out to my team, the Distinct Few, for playing with me on Untap. Even though Anthony thinks this deck is bad, I sure proved him wrong. To the Lookout for doing this deck profile, to the local players, the ones hosting the locals. It's different. It's difficult times for everybody now. So the more locals we can play, the better. Even kept on 16, but yeah, we
Mm.
gotta make it work
Yeah.
somehow.
I
Yeah,
know
for
in
sure.
Croatia, Mati
But
and Ivan are doing their best as well to run the locals, but they do it online because it's just very
Hmm.
risky to do it like this. But this camera setup works actually very well for also best of three. So also
Hmm.
kudos to Mati and Ivan for their amazing achievements there.
oh shucks. Yeah.
Thanks for
Okay,
thanks again, man.
so Wim, thank you once again for participating, for being our guest. Thank you for this
No
amazing
problem. No
deck list.
problem.
We will definitely make sure that people copy it or at least get some inspiration from it.
Well,
And
good
with
luck because I bought out all the protector of the people today. So if you need them, Come to daddy, boys.
So you are the one.
Okay, okay, you sneaky little boy. Yeah. So that's then everything from us. Thank you, people, for joining. Like I said, be sure to like and subscribe, and people just keep a lookout.
See you guys.
See ya.